Most things come and go, but the best things are built to last, like the Variety Bash, the fundraising classic car rally through the Aussie outback. And buckle up, because this year's is celebrating a major milestone.
Yes, I'm a basher!
There's something quite unique about the bashers. We're an unusual lot.
But in the best possible way.
But in the best possible way. And, you know, we say we drive the miles for the smiles.
It's just great fun. And to be fair, it's the smiles on the kids' faces, and also to see what great work Variety does at those schools is really good.
Thank you very much, Variety, once again.
We've had 40 bashes. They've raised over $200 million. Absolutely fantastic.
Bring on the bash!
Have a rip of time.
We'll certainly do that.
It was a madcap idea back in 1985 from Aussie businessman and adventurer Dick Smith.
The friendliness of the people, you just can't believe it, that people you've never met, they come out, they wave.
And who's this handsome rooster?
A bit younger then, 40 years younger.
Yes.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
He'd already conquered the world, flying solo around the globe in his chopper.
That's quite the vehicle to have in the garage.
Yes, yeah.
But this was a chance to see more of his own backyard, like in the car rallies he loved as a kid.
Let me tell you, this course tests the driver as well as the car.
And to help children's charity Variety.
I think what makes it so special is the Australian mateship attitude, and getting out into the outback, especially when you're with friends and raising money for an important cause, it just has everything about it.
And you encourage cheating and corruption.
Yeah, that was my idea, because I knew on the original Red X trial there'd been some bad publicity about someone who was cheating. So I thought what I'll do is I'll encourage cheating.
As you know, the greatest cheat wins, and one of the greatest ways of cheating is by bribing the officials.
And the cars are clunkers by design.
The reason I came up and said the cars have to be 20 years old is I knew some of my wealthy mates would try and outdo each other and bring along the best four-wheel drive you could ever imagine. And anyone I judged to be taking the trial too seriously had points deducted. So you really had to have a lot of fun.
And cope with a lot going wrong.
From what you've said, it looks as if every road in southwestern Queensland is totally impassable. Is that right?
Flooding rains forced the first bash from Burke to Burketown to take a completely different route.
How are you managing with the weather? Well, it's not very nice because the windscreen wipers don't work. We're doing it by hand, but it's a long way to get to Burketown.
We clunk over the ditch, and we're still going clunk.
Is this the end of the rally for you? No way. It just started. You all set? Okay.
Among the big-name bashers, Wimbledon champ John Newcombe, who managed to find a tennis court with lights in the middle of nowhere. Advertising guru John Singleton needed urgent bush repairs after rolling his car.
What actually happened? We couldn't see, the sun was blinding.
Well, everyone's okay, that's the main thing.
Everything breaks down. I remember on the second bash I went on, the windscreen in my EH Holden suddenly broke. A truck went past and a rock came in. So I had to drive half the bash without a windscreen, but it was still okay.
Had a marvellous time. But there are a number of times when I can't understand why we're having a marvellous time. My poor wife, our marriage is now over, by the way.
Unbelievable experience. Next year? Next year, no sweat.
And they keep coming back, year after year, making it the longest-running motoring event for charity in the country, marking the milestone this year by travelling much the same route as the original.
These are just 6 of the 70-odd cars, the bashers, about to hit the road for their 6,000-kilometre journey, raising, hopefully, more than $1 million for kids in need.
It only opens from the inside.
There's the ladies bashing for 10 years with a bee under their bonnet.
We're the bashful bees.
The bashful bees. You don't look bashful to me. No, we're not.
Buttons galore.
And
so
what's on the ground?
That's a distributor.
The distributor's on the ground.
But it is a spare.
And what are you driving? What's the car?
It's a 1967 Holden HR.
Wow. And what's this?
Well, handbrakes on the HR are notoriously bad, so these are our handbrakes.
So they're the handbrakes?
Yes, so we don't roll.
Wow, we're in the mystery machine.
You are.
There's Shaggy and the Scooby-Doo crew.
Absolute pleasure to drive,
But no aircon.
no aircon, no power steering.
No power steering.
Yep.
The windows have got to be wound down. Old school.
Absolutely. And sometimes there's a bit of trouble keeping them up as well. So.
I bet.
And the Force is sometimes with Team Star Wars.
So have you ever had any mechanical problems with your car?
Oh, we've never had a mechanical issue, Deb.
Are
Never
you
ever.
sure?
We've never ever had a mechanical issue. Is my nose growing?
Yes.
Yes.
Mechanics like Paul and Peter, whose bush repairs for the past 30 years usually get it right.
Oh, sorry, wrong button.
And for Dick Smith, it's an incredible legacy.
I can't believe it's gone for so long. It's likely to go for 100 years because it's such fun. Look, to get into the outback with your friends, and it's not too highly organised. Anything can go wrong, and when things go wrong, people think, oh, that's fantastic. Maybe I'll go on one again before I die. You never know.
Well, the bash is already in Mount Isa, the halfway point of this adventure, and Dick himself made a surprise visit a few days ago to cheer them on. Go the Bashers!